Good evening, friends. Welcome to Karma Foundation Facebook page. Today, Karma Foundation and Prayas Initiative presents an inspiring session. Jeena Isika Naam hai Series 2 in association with Rural Relations and TLJ Digital. I am Pinky Ballard, and today we have a very special guest with us, Mr. Pradeep Lokhande. I'm really honored to welcome you, sir. Mr.
Thank you
Pradeep
so much.
Lokhande, the founder and CEO of Rural Relations and a social entrepreneur, India's postcard man, library man, and a great change maker. Welcome you, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah. Friends, in today's modern era, when every villager wants to migrate towards urban cities to create establishment and find job opportunities, work opportunities, and another side, Mr. Pradeep talks about the rural development. He finds the huge work opportunities in India, in rural India. So, to know about more this concept, we would like to listen a lot of things to from Mr. Pradeep Bhai. Pradeep Bhai, before we start our conversation, I would like to know a very important thing. What do you mean by social entrepreneurship? Because this question relevance to our whole session. What
Yes.
inspired you to become a social entrepreneur?
Okay. First, I'll talk about the entrepreneurship only because social come afterwards.
Yeah,
My definition of entrepreneurship is very simple, and it's not in the book. It is my definition. Humbly, I'm telling you, it is my definition. The person who is ready to work as a managing director to pure is an entrepreneur. What has happened in this country? We think that when you become a businessman, the industry is the entrepreneur, you will get a revolving chair, a beautiful secretary, and there are a lot of people working in the office. That is not entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is you have started. It is probably you are the first time you are doing the business, and you should know what is happening in your organization. That's why I told you the person who is ready to work as a managing director to pure is an entrepreneur. That is my definition of entrepreneurship. Now, second answer, who is a social entrepreneur? Again, in my definition, the entrepreneur who is earning his own money
sir, we are not
oh
getting your proper voice. Speak little loudly. Yeah,
yeah, the answer of who is a social entrepreneur is, now I am audible.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, thank you. Who is a social entrepreneur? Social entrepreneur is the entrepreneur who is earning his own money and not taking money from the people who are donating that money. He is earning his own money and doing good work to the society. For an example, suppose I have an organization called Rural Relations. It is through and through professional organization, but we do a lot of social work. Because I have an organization, I have a manpower, I earn money, and I spend that money to implement the activity in rural parts of the country. So we are not, my organization or me or my people are not taking money from that social activity. That's why we call ourselves as a social entrepreneur, and we do the social work. But I am earning my bread. I am earning my bread and butter. This is my definition. Again, anybody can challenge me, anybody can improve on that, but this is how I look at it as a social entrepreneur.
yeah, sir. Thank you very much. It's been a wonderful
Thank you.
definition about the entrepreneurship. Now we move to our second question. While you are working with your rural India since last 3 decades, approximately since last 3 decades, what kind of changes you find in rural India? According to you, how much changing rural India?
It's a very, very big subject. As you all know, we have just 3% land of the world. We have 6% water of the world, but we have 17% population of the world, 17%. And out of that 17%, 55 to 60% stays in rural India. So rural India is important. This is the first thing we have to do. 3%, 6%, 17%, and out of that 17%, 55 to 60% stays in rural India. That's why it is important. Another factor, we have more than 6 lakh villages, only 6,000 towns, and only 600 plus district. See the difference, 666, but 600 odd districts, 6,000 plus towns, but 6 lakh plus villages. That's why it is important. But in next 5-7 minutes, I'll take 1-2 minutes more. Rural India is changing in a big way, and I'm going to tell you only the brighter side of it. I know that we have 138 crore population, means we have 138 crore issues. So should we discuss 138 crore issues, or should we discuss what is good happening in this country? Let us discuss what is good happening in this country. And there are 5-6 major changes which are happening in rural India. The first biggest change which is happening in rural India is education. Do you know? You all know we are the largest elementary education system in the world. In the world, 15 crore students study in primary in this country. 15 crore. The entire population of Europe is 29 crore. Means आधा यूरोप तो यहाँ स्कूल में जाता है. Entire Europe, I'm talking about 29 countries of Europe, our 29 crore population, आधा यूरोप इधर स्कूल में जाते हैं. But we don't respect that most of the time. एक स्कूल में टीचर लेट आ गया, एक स्कूल का छत उड़ गया. We discuss about that. We don't discuss that. We are the largest elementary education system in the world. Now, primary education in this country is in 1.5 kilometer radius. Any poor can walk to that school, no issues. Just 1.5 kilometer primary, and secondary is in 3 kilometer radius. Then, just 15-20 years back, you have to walk 5 to 6 kilometers to a primary. It has happened already. So let's start respecting that. Means the importance of education has reached to practically every area. Second change is communication. Doordarshan is reaching to 92% population of India. Satellite TV is reaching to 55 to 65% population of India. And the biggest revolution which is happening in this country is हर घर के ऊपर छाता है. खाने के लिए नहीं होगा, पर उसके घर के ऊपर डिश होगी. Means he is connected to the world. आप रोक नहीं सकते हो. There are more than 5 lakh installation every month in this country. 5 lakh. Means these all households are connected to the world. Means the education as communication. When these two things happen, there is a consumerism which has happened in this country. First big change. It is probably the controversial, but I'll speak 3-4 lines on that. Is MSP. There are MSP means minimum support price. अभी बहुत उसके ऊपर चर्चा चल रही है. That's why I'll speak very less on that. There are 52 commodities in this country, very important commodities, and government decides the price of that. You go to Google and see that between 1990 to 2020, there is minimum 200% to 2000% growth in it. Means some money is reaching to farmer pocket. Previously, farmer is to invest only in 2 things: land and gold. Today is investing on everything. सब कुछ चाहिए उसको जेल चाहिए, अच्छा टी शर्ट चाहिए, पैंट चाहिए, शूज चाहिए, क्रीम चाहिए, you name anything. There are 65 lakh outlets in this country, और वहां आपको सब प्रोडक्ट मिलते हैं. क्यों? Because now consumerism has happened. So an huge opportunity to youth to do the business. Fourth change, I can discuss on one subject 3 hours. I'll not do that. Don't worry. The fourth change is a government spending. I am consider myself as a dangerously optimistic person. I don't talk negative. Should we discuss that there are hardly villages in this country where there is no all season road? Or should we discuss there are 5,80,000 villages in this country where there is all season road? Should we discuss that there are hardly 20,000 villages in this country where there is no electrification? Or should we discuss that more than 6 lakh villages in this country there is electrification? It has happened, friends. It has happened. So the education, communication, money is reaching to farmer, infrastructure, that is what we have discussed. There are 81% villages in this country where there is all season road. It has happened already. It happened. And government spends money on other things also. One of them is very fantastic, and I like that. It's a midday meal. There are 10.5 crore students get the midday meal every day. We don't respect that. That doesn't mean I'm backing the corrupt people. But these are the things, these are the figures. You go to site, you go to government site and see that, and then you feel good about it. 10.5 crore. Now नरेगा, आप सबको पता है नरेगा क्या है. Any domicile of this country can go to a tahsildar or a collector and ask for a work, and mandatorily he has to give him a work of 150 days. 150 days. If the two people of a family work on a narega, they can save money. If they can save money, they can spend money. Yes, there are a lot of issues, but again and again I'm telling you, these are the good things which are happening in this country. And fifth, and I am very happy, is Panchayat Raj. Previously, if you want to do anything in village, you have to go to a tehsil, to collector, to minister, to central minister, this and that. Now with the Panchayat Raj, you can take a call there and there only. Means the speed. And they know better what to do to their village. And the second advantage of a Panchayat Raj is, you previously, if you have seen the any Gram Panchayat 20 years back, it was a dirty place. Koi gali de mujhe, but that was the case. But today, you can go to any Gram Panchayat of this country, you will find it comparatively neat and clean, because in every Gram Panchayat there are minimum 3 to 13 women council member, and who understand sanitation and child care better than a female. That's why that change had happened in this country. And by rotation, she becomes a sarpanch. There are 8.5 lakh women council member in this country. Please start respecting this. And the sixth change is, now you know that every corporate has to spend 2% of his their money on a corporate social responsibility. Last to last year, they have spent 38,000 crore rupees professionally to do the good work to the society. It has happened. We can debate on this. So these are the things which are happening in rural India. So you see the changes. So the entire world is looking at rural India. I can discuss a lot on this, but I think I have given you 6 major changes which is happening in this country with little facts and figures. Thank you.
Yeah. We are actually having, I'm actually having a used database from you. Like, I'm just thinking you are a highly educated person. I would like to know about the education, and how did you start your journey with the writing the postcard. Actually, you are honored with the title of India's postcard man. So this concept is rural relations, and you are honored with the postcard man. And like you are just mentioning the use database. So among all these things, just tell us about first, what about your academic qualifications, sir?
That is bad, but I don't feel ashamed to tell you that. I have done my
Sir,
graduation externally.
speak little bit loudly, sir.
Uh, Academically, I am zero. I have done my graduation externally, and
What?
yes, that doesn't make any difference to you.
And you are
Actually,
talking like an MB student.
I go to a lot of B schools across the world to teach them, interact with them, because I have experienced, I am in this passion. I am in this passion for last 27 years. So everything is in this hard disk. You ask me anything, you ask me Uttar Pradesh, or you ask me Gujarat, you ask me Telangana, or you ask me Madhya Pradesh. I will tell you on the fingertips all the figures. But that is a passion. And a lot of youth now in this country are really passionate, and they are going to in this country. So we'll not go by academically much. Don't go by my English also. You can have fun that while having a tea and coffee. Another question you have asked me, why I have chosen this. I have taken actually a less travel path. Everybody wants, I always tell the youth, take a less travel path. Because if you want to do a good business, you should have 3 things, which I was not having. A lot of youth in this country, they don't have that. One is a good education. I was not having. Good money. I was not having. I come from a very humble background, but I don't discuss that, and I don't like that, because मैं गरीब हूँ. ये कहने में कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है, गलत है, गलत है, उसको निकाल देना भाई ये दिमाग से। अगर आप कष्ट करना चाहते हो तो देर इज अ ह्यूज अपॉर्चुनिटी इन दिस कंट्री। द फर्स्ट इज, एज आई टोल्ड यू, अगेन आई एम कमिंग बैक टू स्क्वायर वन, दैट इज I was not having education. Second, I was not having money. And the third thing you should have, if you want to be a, is a family background. So मेरे पास तीनों नहीं था. Then there are a lot of youth in this country. ये तीन चीजें उनके पास नहीं होती है. So what they have to do? They have to take a less travel path. कि जिस रास्ते पे चलने के लिए कोई तैयार नहीं है, उस रास्ते पे आप चलो ना, तो कम कंपटीशन होगा, थोड़ा कष्ट पड़ेगा, बट तो कष्ट करने की अगर आपके पास है तैयारी, so sky is the limit. Sky is the limit. So I have taken a less travel path, and then I have, as I come from Maharashtra, I have chosen the Maharashtra, and the concept I have developed. You have to develop one concept to do a business. Without that, you cannot do the business. The first concept I've launched in 1993 is no need to go to all the villages of the country. Go to the villages having population about 2000 and where weekly bazaar takes place. And if you are strong in these villages, you are strong in most of the villages because people from adjoining villages come to these villages to buy their necessities. So I'll give an example of Maharashtra because I've started with Maharashtra in 1993. Maharashtra has 43,000 villages, 357 blocks, and only 36 districts. 43,000, 357 blocks, and only 36 districts. Most of us are belong from that district place. But out of that 43,000 villages, there are only that time 6,700 villages where the population was about 2,000 and where weekly bazaar takes place. So I have asked my family to write a postcard. Why postcard? Because postcard was costing that time only 15 paisa, 1 5. So that time there are three important people in a village: Sarpanch, postmaster, and a principal. So we have written a letter. It's a big story, but I'll sum up in a very small manner. We have written letter to them because I want to collect the data. आपके गांव का हाट बाजार कब लगता है? And along with that, we have sent the reply card also. Means he will not invest even 1 paisa. He has to just pick up a phone and write that कि हमारे गांव में वेनसडे को लगता है और 200 लोग आते हैं या 2000 आते हैं या 20,000 आते हैं. We have done that letter handwritten. The story I have told to my family, look, if we will send by hand, they will think that it is personalized. But why I have done that? Because if I print that, I have to pay 2 rupees 50 paisa, and I am reaching in that village in just 90 paisa because 30 paisa, 30 paisa and 30 paisa. इन लोगों को मैंने पोस्ट कार्ड भेजा. First 20,000 postcard we have posted. We have received only 18 answers. And we have written that postcard for 3 months. 3 months. 20,000 letters. Failed miserably. दोस्तों, ये बहुत अच्छा होता है. पहले दिन सक्सेस नहीं मिलना चाहिए, मेरा मानना है. अगेन आई वाज देम टू राइट अ लेटर. उसमें हमने लिखा आपके गांव के मुखिया ऑब्लिक सरपंच कौन है, ये 7 के पोस्ट कार्ड पे लिख के भेजिएगा. 20,000 letters, 3 months. Again we have posted. All these 3 people received only 48 answer saying that खुद को गवर्नर समझते हो क्या? Who are you? Who are you? ऐसे आंसर आए. वो अभी ठीक है, बिकॉज आई एम सिटिंग इन पुणे, आई एम राइटिंग टू देम एंड बाय दैट. बट देखो, हारना नहीं है फ्रेंड्स, हारना नहीं है हमको. एंड बाय दैट टाइम देयर वाज अ दिवाली. आई हैव आस्क्ड माय फैमिली, लास्ट टाइम लिखेंगे, नहीं तो मैं देखता हूँ और क्या करना है, या आप जो कहोगे मैं करूंगा. And by that time there was a Diwali, and friends, then I have asked them to write, will this side will not even invest 30 paisa, will invest only 15 paisa. हम डबल पोस्ट कार्ड नहीं भेजेंगे क्योंकि ऑलरेडी उनके पास 2 पोस्ट कार्ड अपने हैं, उनको भेजे हमने. एंड 15 पैसे के हमने वापिस 3 months and we have written a letter. उसके ऊपर हमने लिखा, and that was a creative move, that was a innovation. Innovation means सिर्फ लैबोरेटरी में नहीं होता है, नीला पीला धुआं आ रहा है वगैरह नहीं है. छोटे छोटे भी इनोवेशन आपको लाइफ में सब बदल देते हैं. प्लीज कीजिएगा फ्रेंड्स. और वो इनोवेशन ये था, मैंने उस पोस्ट कार्ड के उनको लिखने के लिए कहा, आपको, आपके घर वालों को और आपके गांव वालों को दीपावली की हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं. कुछ मत भेजना भाई. एंड बिलीव मी फ्रेंड्स, for that I have received 880 आंसर saying that आपको भी दीपावली की हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं. And after that, no look back, I have learned. what you want to do, that doesn't mean he should reply to you. You have to build relationship with him. Without that, why he will respond you? And after that, no look back. Anybody of you can come to my office and see more than 8.5 lakh letters we have received from the स्मॉल विलेजेस, और उसमें कोई ऐसा मैटर नहीं है इस फिल्म का ये हीरो है या इस फिल्म का ये गाना है. नो, इट इज व्हाट इज हैपनिंग इन रूरल इंडिया, एंड देन आई हैव कलेक्टेड डेटा, एंड टुडे तो नो प्रॉब्लम, दैट्स व्हाई आई एम पोस्ट कार्ड मैन ऑफ इंडिया. वो छोड़िएगा, वो बड़ी बड़ी बातें हैं, उसको हम ज्यादा, बट ऐसे छोटे छोटे इनोवेशन के साथ एंड कंसिस्टेंसी के साथ यू कैन अचीव लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स. थैंक यू.
Thank you, Pradeep bhai. As you told us, you started with your journey with a postcard. So I wanted to know, ki from this postcard, you collected a lot of database. So how did you use this data for creating a work opportunity? And tell us about your organization, rural relation, how it works for rural development, and which kind of work rural relations do, and with which companies it works.
A lot of questions, but I'll try and answer.
You have to conclude the rural relations
Yeah,
activities
I'll try
and
that. Yeah.
yeah, projects.
Name of my organization is Rural Relations. It looks like an NGO, but it's not an NGO. It is a through and through professional organization. So what
Okay.
we do is, we are actually connecting two dots. We are a bridge between a villager and a corporate. So there are three principles to organization. One, we will not sell anything. Two, we will not take liquor and tobacco based product. That doesn't mean I am sadhu sant, not at all. Will, because it's a relationship based organization, that's why we will not take liquor and tobacco based product. And third principal decision I have taken, we will not work with the government also. So what we do, we are basically a implementing agency. So whenever any corporate comes to us or we go to a corporate, we customize the program and we are implementing. Means we are a facilitator and a catalyst. We understand the language of corporate and we understand the language of last mile. We are a bridge between both of them. And
You mean to
you name,
say they both people may be convinced with your talks, the last man of India and the corporate world, they easily convince with your concept to connect
no,
with each other.
no, it takes time. As I've told you, I'm using one word continuously is called consistency. Why they should believe you? We have to answer that. Because rural people is been royally cheated for last 70 years and practically everybody is responsible. We blame only politicians. No, they are one of them. We all are responsible. They have been cheated royally. Anyway, we will not go into that. As I've told you, I'm a very optimistic person. Forget that. So what we are doing now, as I've told you initially 10 minutes back, that everybody want to go to rural India because urban market is saturated. That is one thing. And another is now they want a product. Now my daughter, I'll give an example. My daughter buys a dabda of that L'Oreal costing 238 rupees. Her counterpart in a village buys the same shampoo costing rupees 3. सैशे में खरीदती है वो होशियार है या मेरी बेटी होशियार है? मुझे लगता है वो होशियार है. बिकॉज सी इज इन्वेस्टिंग 3 रुपीज, 6 रुपए के 2 सैशे ले तो सी कैन, और वही उसके भी बाल उतने ही अच्छे होते हैं, कम नहीं होते ना, बिकॉज सी इज इन्वेस्टिंग 6 रुपीज. सो एवरीबडी वांट्स टू गो टू रूरल इंडिया. सो एक चैनल बनना चाहिए. What is marketing? Whatever you have, you try to push that. But unless and until there is pull, marketing doesn't happen. So it has happened because of these 5-6 things. They have money, they want communication has reached. Now you know that I'll tell you, आपने नीला कलर के आज साड़ी पहनी हुई है. And you know that in this country, anything in blue bottle is parachute. आप अगर जहर भी दोगे उसमें तो कहेगा नहीं ये पैराशूट ही है. एंड यू गो टू एनी हाउस होल्ड ऑफ दिस कंट्री, आपको उसको घर में एक पैराशूट की बोतल दिखाई देगी. इट हैज हैपेंड फ्रेंड. नाउ दे वांट अ गुड प्रोडक्ट, they want value for money, and but we are not there to sell that. They want to do lot of promotion, and basically we educate the rural consumer. But it is a customized activity. Till date we have worked with more than 67 brands. You name any big brand of the world, either we have worked with them or we are working with them. But we don't do big business. We do this way. because we are breached between both of them, and it has happened.
Yes, sir. Finally, you are creating a bridge between the corporate world and the last man of India, right?
India.
Sir, what are your projects under the rural relations, and you are working with the which strategies?
No, the rural relation, as I've told you, we have a lot of database,
Sir,
but we are not a database company. We
speak
use
little
that.
loudly. You are not audible properly.
Okay, I don't know. Anyway, rural relation, as I've told you, we have a lot of database, but we are not a database company.
Yeah.
We are basically a facilitator and a catalyst. So we do the customized activity. Between 96 and 2001, I have done a lot of work. In 2001, I have decided, principally I have decided in 2001 that henceforth I am going to spend only 40% time to do the business, 40% time to do the social work, and 20% time to do the teaching. And last 20 years, I am following that. In that 40%, I earn my money because I am a social entrepreneur. I earn my money, I earn my bread and butter. But in that 40%, we have launched in 2001 one concept called non-resident villager movement. Practically every Indian is NRV, NRI नहीं, आपके गुजरात में बहुत NRIs है मुझे पता है, but I am talking about NRVs, non-resident villager. Either from father side or a mother side, you have a root somewhere or the other. Do something for that village, and India will be changed. India, because of that root, they are talking to each other. You are listening me, I am talking, whatever it is happening, because of that. So do something, and along with that, we have given one project map. And that project was, don't throw your old, I'm talking about 2001, don't throw your old computer, give it to us. We will install that computer in a school where their computer has a subject of 100 mark, and they teach computer on a blackboard. Shame on all of us. गाली देना गवर्नमेंट को, एजेंसीज को, बड़े कंपनी को बहुत आसान होता है. हमें भी कुछ करना पड़ेगा, छोटा छोटी चीजें करनी पड़ेगी. अगर प्रदीप लोखंडे जैसा छोटा सा सोशल एंटरप्रेन्योर सोचता है, तो देयर आर करोड्स ऑफ Pradeep Lokhande in this country, and bigger Pradeep Lokhande in this country. So charity starts at home. I belong to a place called Y, which is 100 kilometers away from Pune. वहाँ एक छोटे से गांव में मेरा जन्म हुआ था. उस स्कूल में मैंने पहले 4 कंप्यूटर दे दिए. Then I have gone to a media and the people, look, this is how we can do it. And believe me, friends, and you can Google and see this. It is not me talking about it. You can read it in Beijing Times, you can read it in Tokyo Times, you can read it in New York Times, and you can read it 1,000 times in Times of India. Pradeep Lokhande जैसा छोटा सा social entrepreneur is instrumental install more than 28,000 computers in 18,000 schools across 7 states in 9 years. Done. It is not again meter. You just Google it and you will find all the communication in this. ये कोई एरोगेंस नहीं है, ये कोई हीरोगिरी नहीं है. पॉसिबल हुआ बिकॉज ऑफ दिस एनआरवीज, पीपल लाइक यू. सिर्फ मैं एक इंस्ट्रूमेंटल था उसमें, मैं एक मीडियम था, बट बहुत चीज की ट्रांसपेरेंसी रखी एंड कंसिस्टेंसी. आई एम यूजिंग दिस वर्ड कंटिन्यूसली बिकॉज इफ यू वांट टू, they should believe you, there should be a consistency. So it was a so successful project, unbelievable. And then we have learned a lot because we have installed this computer, and it was only for touch, try and feel. कोई computer engineer नहीं बना रहा हूं मैं. And if that is if anything wrong with that computer, फेंक दो यार, नया खरीदो. And the success story of that is more than 70% school brought the new computer because वो gadget को जब हाथ लगाया, people have realized, students have realized, parents have realized, teachers have realized that it is really fantastic that they have collected 5, 5, 10 rupees. They have gone after MLAs, MPs, big industrialists, and you go to most of the school of this country, you will find the computer. That doesn't mean because of me. No, I am छोटा सा हमने कुछ काम करने की कोशिश. तब मुझे पता चला, if you want to change this world, if you want to change rural India, you have to change the mindset of a secondary going school student, and we are concentrating on that. If you permit, I'll talk about another 2, 3 projects we have done.
Yeah. You have told about your one of your project and another about
A lot of, yes,
village
if you
with the
permit, I'll,
Gyan
yeah,
Ki.
yeah. Janaki, I'll tell you. There are three major projects. I'll think 2 minutes on that, one and a half minute.
Yeah.
First is, as I've told you, is a village wiki where we are creating the encyclopedia of rural India. Now, in Ahmedabad or in Surat or in Baroda or in Pune or in Mumbai, we are urban people. We behave differently. Why? Because I think we get five things. That's why we are happy. One, education, power, roads, and good drinking water. What these things are getting to a villager. And then who is writing this? Is a villager. So we have created an encyclopedia. In that, as the concept I have explained you earlier is no need to go to all the villages. There are 85,000 villages. We call them as a key and feeder villages. They cater to all 6 lakh villages. So in that village, इनकी situation क्या है? Education, power, road, and drinking water. And believe me, friends, go to our site. I am not here to promote my site. I am not here to promote my organization, not at all. But you can go to
No,
our
no.
site.
But when a person like Pradeep Bhai Lokhande explains his concept, the people are very receptive to convince easily.
Yeah. So you can go to our site ruralrelations.com and you can see information of 60 out of that 85,000 67,000 विलेजेस और वो गांव वालों ने लिखा है मेरे गांव में एजुकेशन का सिचुएशन क्या है गुड है बैड है या ठीक है एंड मीन आई एम इट इज नॉट प्रदीप लोखंडे टॉकिंग इट इज नो बडी और प्रदीप लोखंडे को वो देखते भी नहीं है काला है गोरा है लंबा है चौड़ा है कुछ पता नहीं है बट दे नो दैट देयर इज वन पर्सन कॉल्ड प्रदीप लोखंडे और वो हमें कंटिन्यूसली कनेक्ट करता है सो they have done that analysis there so you will come to know and the basic information of why we have done that because again connecting two dots आप न्यूयॉर्क में बैठे हैं मैनहट्टन में है या एक छोटे से गांव में सूरत के बाजू के छोटे गांव में कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है आप एक दूसरे से कनेक्ट कर सकते हो ultimately the information of 85,000 villages will be completed another 3 to 4 months time so anybody can see that for that there is no charge नथिंग इज मैंडेटरी आपका ईमेल आईडी दे दो आपका मोबाइल नंबर दे दो फिर जानकारी ले लो नथिंग डूइंग इट इज यूर्स अगर आपको कल लगता है प्रदीप लोखंडे ने लिखा है कि मेहसाना में इस गांव में ये जानकारी है अगर बालर मैडम को लगता है कि ये नहीं है सो शी कैन चेंज इट समझ गए इट इज सो ट्रांसपेरेंट दैट इज वन प्रोजेक्ट सेकंड प्रोजेक्ट इज दैट इज आई एम एक्चुअली सक्सेसफुल एंड अनसक्सेसफुल called village developer उसका concept very simple है youth from a village will work in a village the idea we are trying to sell them is if you are earning 15 to 18,000 rupees in your village it is as good as earning 50,000 rupees in metro but instead of earning 50,000 rupees in a metro आप कभी अपना घर नहीं ले सकते I'm talking about Ahmedabad, I'm talking about Pune, I'm talking about Mumbai, all these big towns. बहुत लोग भाग रहे बच्चे भाग रहे हम आपको गांव में ही काम देंगे इफ यू आर अर्निंग 15,000 रुपीज आप बहुत खुश रहते थे गांव में घर का खाना अच्छा पानी अच्छा सब कुछ अच्छा हवा अच्छी एंड मैंने कारपोरेट को एक्चुअली यू शुड बी अ स्टोरी टेलर विदाउट दैट इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल सो व्हाट वी हैव टोल्ड टू अ कारपोरेट इज आपका टाई वाला कितना भी बढ़िया हो he will never understand the ecosystem of that village किसको नमस्कार करना है किसको पैर पे छूने हैं किसको क्या करना है who will understand better that youth better give him over so ऐसे हमें स्टोरी बतानी पड़ती है और दूसरा ऐसा है एक आप अगर आप अहमदाबाद से निकलते हो और मेहसाना के आगे जाके अगर 10-20 गांव में जाते हो तो ऑन दैट डे यू विल कम टू नो आपके शरीर में कितने बोन्स है आपको आदत नहीं है गांव में ट्रैवल करने की तो इज बेटर तो ऐसे हमने बच्चों को काम दिया अभी तक हमने अराउंड 6,700 बच्चों को पूरे इंडिया में काम दिया इंडिया पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से ये बड़ा नंबर नहीं है एक ही आदमी छोटा सोशल एंटरप्रेन्योर प्रदीप लोखंडा का ये नंबर है तो ऐसे बहुत सारे जो कर रहे हैं सो ये डॉट हम कनेक्ट करने की काम कर रहे हैं और तीसरा वेरी क्लोज टू माई हार्ट इज 2011 में आई हैव टेकन अ चैलेंज हर कोई कहता है आप भी कह रहे हैं मैं भी कह रहा हूं आपके पेरेंट्स कह रहे हैं आपके फ्रेंड्स कह रहे हैं कि सब बंद हो गया अभी कोई पढ़ता नहीं है कोई किताब पढ़ता नहीं है बोला चलो देख लेते हैं होता है. And then we have started. It's a big, very big story. इसको मैंने नाम दिया ज्ञान की. आई एम अ बिलीवर ऑफ ब्रांडिंग. मैं गांव के लिए काम करता हूँ इसलिए गरीब हूँ कोने में बैठो. नो, आई डोंट बिलीव इन दैट. इट इज अ ब्रांडिंग. Name that of that project is a Gyanaki. Gyan means is a Sanskrit word. Gyan is a knowledge. He is a चाबी. ज्ञान की चाबी आपको देना चाहते हैं. उसकी टैगलाइन भी है, रीड राइट स्पीक. रीड राइट स्पीक. और ये जो है ये हम बच्चों के लिए पढ़ने का. तो वी आर ओपनिंग दिस हैंगर लाइब्रेरी इन अ सेकेंडरी स्कूल इन छोटे गांव में. My daughter gets a wings of fire any given day because her father stays in Pune and he can buy it. My counterpart is staying in rural India, who is a farmer, probably earning 5 times more than me, will never buy a wings of fire for her daughter. तो उसको तो लाइफ में नहीं मिलेगा. और एक बार वो एज में उनको वो किताब नहीं मिला, she is not going to read that book. That's why we have this library in a secondary school of a rural India. और ये मैंने महाराष्ट्र में चालू किया. इट इज अ पब्लिक पार्टिसिपेशन प्रोग्राम. और आज बहुत गर्व से ये कहता हूं, दिस इज वर्ल्ड्स लार्जेस्ट रूरल रीडिंग इनिशिएटिव. रिपीट, आई विल रिपीट इट. दिस इज वर्ल्ड्स लार्जेस्ट रूरल रीडिंग इनिशिएटिव. व्हाई? Because till date, every working day we are opening 3 libraries. Every working day.
Very proud moment. Congratulations for that.
Thank you so much. Till date we have opened 5,170 libraries in 7 states. Done. We have reached to 10 lakh students. Done. 1 million. अच्छा लगता है अमेरिकन वालों को जरा 1 million इंग्लिश वाली बात अच्छा लगता है. चलो ठीक है, 1 million. But the success story is, out of that 1 million or 10 lakh students, 3,73,000 students have written back to us their analysis on a book. इस उन बच्चों ने जो किताब खोला ना, और उन्होंने लिखा भी, रिपीटेटिव लिखा होगा, गलत लिखा होगा, but it's a remote control activity. I am sitting in Pune. They are 1,500 kilometers away from me. वो किताब ले रहा है और लिख रहा है. I think done. I have told you, we have given books worth ₹6 crore. It is public participation program and the most transparent program of the country that you can go and see. And when I am opening a library in Telangana, it will be in Telugu. And if it is in Rajasthan, it will be in Hindi. So objective of this project is to increase the reading habit little bit. मैं change means करने नहीं निकला हूं, बट ना शुरुआत करनी पड़ती है. सो मैं चाहता हूं कि इंक्रीज द रीडिंग हैबिट लिटिल बिट, छोटी सी, जिसको यू कैन टेक अ हॉर्स टू वाटर, यू कैन नॉट मेक हिम ड्रिंक. सो वो तो काम हमें करना पड़ेगा ना किसी भी हालत में. सो द फर्स्ट ऑब्जेक्टिव इज इंक्रीज द रीडिंग हैबिट लिटिल बिट. और दूसरा बड़ा ऑब्जेक्टिव है, ऐसी बड़ी बड़ी बातें करनी पड़ती है. सेकेंड बिगेस्ट ऑब्जेक्टिव इज, if you want to keep the regional languages alive, this is one of the finest tool. Because of that appropriate age, she is read, write and speak. अगर it is in गुजराती, वो गुजराती में लिखेगा, गुजराती में सूचे मसामा करेगा, तो वो बहुत अच्छा लगता है ना, हमेशा अच्छा लगता है. एंड मदर टंग इज अबाउ, उसके बारे में मैं अभी बात करना नहीं चाहता हूं. सो फ्रेंड्स, it is done, it is possible. Lot of people are doing a lot of good work in this country. Please start respecting them. Most of the time what we do is we see one bad part of that and start analyzing that. No, आपका कर्मा फाउंडेशन अच्छा काम कर रहा है, ऐसे बहुत सारे लोग अच्छा काम इस देश में कर रहे हैं, तो हमें उनको. एंड इट इज, वी आर नॉट अ डेवलप्ड कंट्री, वी आर अ डेवलपिंग कंट्री. इसलिए ये डेवलपिंग कंट्री में ये जो छोटे छोटे काम है, इसके अगर डॉट मिल गए तो बहुत जल्द ही हम सुपर पावर नहीं होंगे, बट वी विल स्टे इन अ ग्रेट कंट्री. ये मुझे पूरी तरह पता है.
Sir, as you told, we are not a developed country. So my next question is relevant about this. For becoming a developed country, so what are the key factors according to you?
Probably a lot of people doesn't like this, but we have to change our educational system. And only answer to that is how best we can make occasional more than creating a clerk. We are today creating a clerks only. We want occasional people. As I've told you, it is changing in a big way. Now we can take any example. For an example, a plumber. How hypocrite and hopeless we are. I'm talking about myself. Tomorrow, my daughter comes and say me, Papa, I'm going to marry a mason. मैं एक प्लम्बर या मेसन के साथ शादी करना चाहता हूँ. He's earning good money. I'm going to say no. I am a hopeless person. I know that. But my daughter comes to me and say that I'm going to marry. I'm not against these people, but a doctor or a chartered accountant or an advocate or an industrial. Then I'll say, hey, मेरे बेटे ने तो chartered accountant के साथ शादी कर ली. This is the biggest problem of this country. So आज के यूथ के लिए ये बहुत बड़ी अपॉर्चुनिटी है कि he should take vocational. And second is startup. But startup is what? Understand the gap. And most of the time मैं एडवाइस नहीं देता हूं, बट ये आपने पूछा इसलिए बात करने की कोशिश कर रहा हूं. नेवर गो बाय डिमांड, ऑलवेज गो बाय अ नीड. Always remember this one word called need. And if you identify a need of any community, any person, you are through in your business. But as I've told you, there is a huge opportunity in this country. I'll give you one lighter example. बहुत serious हो गया. There are 203 countries in the world. कितने हैं? 203 कंट्री हमारे पूरे वर्ल्ड में. Listen next sentence very carefully. There are only 4 countries in the world. There are only 4 countries in the world are having more population than one state of this country called Uttar Pradesh. Means 199 countries की population हमारे उत्तर प्रदेश से कम है. और कहाँ अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं है इस देश में? कौन कहता है? If you are strong in Uttar Pradesh and Maharashtra, you are strong in 1/3 of the country. These are the opportunities. Why not we are looking at this? इसका मतलब ये नहीं कह रहे हो कि आप जाके डेनमार्क में कुछ करो या नॉर्वे में कुछ करो. मैं उसमें भी खुश हूं, बट यहां भी है. इतना मैं कहना चाहता हूं. दूसरा लाइटर साइड, हमारे यहाँ ना हमको हमारा देश छोड़ के बाकी देश का बहुत अच्छा लगता है सब कुछ. क्यों मुझे पता नहीं है. अमेरिका बहुत बड़ा अच्छा है ना, मुझे भी अच्छा लगता है. क्यों नहीं? मे बी आई हैव सीन 39 कंट्रीज ऑफ द वर्ल्ड. बट यहाँ जो अपॉर्चुनिटी उसको भी हमको ध्यान में रखना पड़ेगा. सो मैं हमेशा कहता हूँ, एक एग्जांपल तो दिया और दूसरा देता हूं आपको. न्यूजीलैंड, पॉपुलेशन ऑफ न्यूजीलैंड इज जस्ट 47 लाख. मेरे पुणे का पॉपुलेशन 55 लाख है, 55 लाख. See, the entire country called New Zealand is 47 lakh. मेरे पुणे का पॉपुलेशन 55 लाख है. इंडिया का तो छोड़ो, एक टाउन आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट इंडिया का. और नेक्स्ट सेंटेंस लिसन वेरी. हमारे देश में हर साल हमारे देश में हर साल 1,20,00,000 बच्चे जन्म लेते हैं. मीन्स हर साल हम 3 न्यूजीलैंड बनाते हैं हमारे देश में हर साल. अपॉर्चुनिटी भी है, देयर आर इश्यूज आल्सो. मैं इसको अपॉर्चुनिटी देख रहा हूं. हर साल हम 3 न्यूजीलैंड बनाते हैं. हमें क्या है कि एक कोई आता है, these are the bad roads प्रदीप यार, बट इंडिया नहीं बदल रहा है, सब करप्ट है. अगर सब करप्ट होते, इंडिया कभी भी आज की स्टेज पे नहीं होता. नॉट बिकॉज आई एम टॉकिंग टू अ पर्सन फ्रॉम गुजरात, आपके चीफ प्राइम मिनिस्टर वगैरह, ऐसा कुछ नहीं. ऐसी इस एंगल से नहीं कह रहा हूं मैं. रिपब्लिक ऑफ बनाना होता था, सब करप्ट होते थे. तो देयर आर पीपल, लॉट ऑफ गुड वर्क, एंड दे आर द बैकबोन ऑफ दिस कंट्री. वी शुड स्टार्ट रिस्पेक्टिंग देम. करप्ट तो ऐसे ही मरने वाला है यार, हम छोड़ो. क्यों उनके बारे में ज्यादा बात करते, मेरे समझ में नहीं आता है. We are wasting our time discussing all these nonsense people most of the time. Forget them. अपने लिए अपना सोचो, बाकी छोड़ दो. चलो, दूसरे का भी भला मत करेंगे हम, हमारा भी. तो एक्चुअली यू आर क्रिएटिंग बिजनेस टू दिस कंट्री. बस अपना ही सोचो, भी बस है. बिकॉज यू विल गिव एन अपॉर्चुनिटी टू वन यूथ. दो बस वो मल्टीपल हो जाता है ना हमारे देश में. बहुत बड़ा देश है हमारा. सो ये होने वाला है, होने वाला है, 100% होने वाला है.
Yeah, thank you, Pradeep. After having a great success of your projects, Gyan Ki, Village Wiki, and Village Developer, what about your upcoming projects and how they will make change in rural India?
So what has happened is I actually I worked in this pandemic. I worked on a two project. ये पेंडेमिक नहीं आता तो शायद मैं ये प्रोजेक्ट कभी नहीं सोचता था. अभी मैं आपको साफ बता देता हूँ. सो एवरीबडी आस्क मी लाइक आपने पूछा कि व्हाट हाउ वी कैन चेंज दिस कंट्री. ये पूछना बहुत आसान होता है, ये क्वेश्चन भी आसान है, आंसर करना इतना आसान नहीं.
You started some changes in rural India, so we are just
करेक्ट. नो नो नो, मैं
expecting
क्या
your
कह
the
रहा हूँ, मैंने
upcoming
हम्बली
projects.
सो उसमें दो प्रोजेक्ट मैंने पेंडेमिक में सोचे हुए, दो प्रोजेक्ट. एक मैंने सोचा, उसका नाम दिया मैंने यो मोबाइल. यो मोबाइल मीन्स यूर मोबाइल. कंसेप्ट में क्या क्या है, बच्चे अभी घर में है और उसको अगर मोबाइल में पढ़ना है, कहाँ से खरीदेगा, कहाँ से खरीदेगा, खरीद सकता है. करोड्स ऑफ हाउस होल्ड इन दिस कंट्री, जो घर वाला उसके डैडी मम्मी उस अपने बेटे के लिए नया फोन नहीं लाए, तो हमारा क्या है कि हमें ये शेल से बाहर जाना पड़ेगा, थोड़ा इंडिया भी देखना पड़ेगा. तो मैंने कहा कि डोंट थ्रो योर ओल्ड मोबाइल, वी विल गिव यू द नेम ऑफ द स्कूल्स एंड द स्टूडेंट, you can send him directly. Again, transparent. And believe me, I have received 13,000 requests. And till date, only I mean last 3 months, we have given only 1,300. But चलो ठीक है, शुरुआत तो हुई. और शायद 10,000 लोगों ने दिए होंगे, उन्होंने मुझे बताया नहीं होगा. आई एम हैप्पी विद दैट, बिकॉज इट इज नॉट ओनली प्रदीप लोखंडेज वर्क. प्रदीप लोखंडे तो इतना सा छोटा सा काम कर रहा है, बट कर रहा है. दूसरा बी हब इज अ बिजनेस, इट्स अ ह्यूज प्रोजेक्ट. इसमें मैंने कहा, साफ कह दिया है कि मैं 25-27 साल से कारपोरेट से भी काम कर रहा हूं और लास्ट माइल के साथ काम कर रहा हूं. उसको मैं कैसे जोड़ सकता हूं और उसमें गवर्नमेंट कैसे आ सकती है. सो हमारे देश में 2.5 लाख सेकेंडरी स्कूल है, 2.5 लाख. हमारे देश में 1,39,000 पोस्ट ऑफिस है. और हमारे देश में 1,84,000 पब्लिक हेल्थ सेंटर्स एंड सब सेंटर्स है. ये है, ये गांव गांव में है, उसको नया नहीं बनाने का है हमको. और आप देखिएगा, यू टेक एनी ह्यूमन ऑफ द वर्ल्ड, इसको ये तीन ही चीजें लगती है, एजुकेशन, हेल्थ, पैसा. टेक एनी पर्सन, आपके अंबानी ले लो और प्रदीप लोखंडे जैसा छोटा सा सोशल एंटरप्रेन्योर ले लो, सबको क्या है, अपने बेटी को एजुकेशन देना है, उसकी हेल्थ, परिवार की हेल्थ अच्छी रखनी है और थोड़ा बहुत पैसा कमाना है. तो आई एम फॉर दैट बिकॉज आई एम एन एंटरप्रेन्योर. So we can do this all three changes through this establishment. अगर बालर मैडम का और मेरी बेटी अच्छे से स्कूल में जाती है, तो मेरे जो काउंटर पार्ट है, इनका जो काउंटर पार्ट गांव में है, उनकी भी बेटी और बेटा अच्छे स्कूल में जाना चाहिए. वो तो इसीलिए स्कूल को बदल दो, बिजनेस भी करो, लोगों को दो. और मैं इसमें कह रहा हूं कि अगेन आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट दैट एनआरवी. Deep Lokhande will take one school and he will change that at par. Then they will get the education, same education there. Same with the public health center. It is there. उसका कोई परमिशन नहीं लेना है, अभी नई लैंड नहीं खरीदनी है, कुछ नहीं करनी है. Same, we have a post offices. Through that, people believe government. सबसे ज्यादा गाली गवर्नमेंट को देती है और सबसे ज्यादा बिलीव भी गवर्नमेंट को करती है. ये हम ध्यान में रखना हमेशा. यू आस्क 100 people, 98 will say LIC खरीदेंगे, बिकॉज दे बिलीव इन गवर्नमेंट. हम गवर्नमेंट के बैंक में क्यों पैसे रखते हैं, बिकॉज वी बिलीव इन गवर्नमेंट. हम गवर्नमेंट ने अगर बताया कि, तो हम कहते कि नहीं, फिर ये होने वाला है, गाली भी देते. चलो, आई विल नॉट, आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू डिस्कस द darker side of it. I am talking only the brighter side of it. So this, if you change these three establishment rural India, that will benefit 58 crore rural people, and there are 70 crore, means 12 करोड़ को थोड़ा सा दूर से आना पड़ेगा इस पॉइंट पे, बाकी लोगों को वहां ये सब मिलेगा. इट इज हब. अभी क्या होता है कि अगर आपके, मैं अहमदाबाद में आता हूँ, एक गली है जहाँ बहुत अच्छा खाना मिलता है, खाऊ गली या कुछ कहते हैं ऐसे, मैं भूल गया वो नाम. डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ के सब चीजें मिलती है. सो एवरीबडी विल गो एंड बाय देयर. इसको वैसे ही अपने बाजू में भी मिलता है, बट वी गो देयर. इसलिए वी आर सेइंग दैट क्रिएट दिस 85 hub of this country and India will be changed. India. This is the concept.
So, what kind of network you have built to make all these things happen?
I have, as I've told you, which I have started. We have a lot of database, and on that database we have built, we have already built a relationship with these so-called opinion leaders of the villages. So suppose I want to get some information, for an example, कि आपके गांव में किन बच्चों के पास मोबाइल नहीं है. So I get that information from, say, now if I talk to 100, I get information from more than 70 people. So that is a huge success story because consistency. It is not an overnight story, but in spite of that, I say that it is a door opening. Red carpet नहीं होता है, but door opening है. So that's why we are again connecting two dots. So एक गांव से जानकारी आती है, then we say that बालन मैडम मेहसाना से इस स्कूल में इस बेटी के पास मोबाइल नहीं है, अगर आपको भेजना तो आप भेज दीजिएगा. She will not have your number, but you will have your number. So anytime you means total transparent and no money involvement with us. No money involvement with us. It is done. And you can see that all on our side. Everything is transparent. All thanks to technology, and it is going to happen anyways.
Yeah. What are the social mission behind all these projects?
Social mission is simple, connecting two dots. क्या है कि this is the need of the hour also. This is the need of the hour, क्योंकि ये बहुत इट इज नॉट दैट कि मैंने किया इसलिए सब चेंज होने वाला है. लॉट ऑफ मेरे जैसे काम करने वाले इस देश में हैं, अभी कर रहे हैं. बट जैसे मैंने कहा कि वी आर कंपेयरिंग आवर सेल्फ विद स्मॉल स्मॉल कंट्रीज, और हम खुद को दुख करके लेते हैं. सो डोंट डू दैट.
So you are creating a lot of Pradeep Lokhande, a lot of social entrepreneurs. You are creating a chain of entrepreneurs in India.
Not only me. Now, most of the people have realized this. And मैं आपको बताऊं, हर आदमी में एक अच्छा आदमी है, खराब आदमी है, ये हम बोलते हैं ना. सो जो अच्छा आदमी मीन्स क्या होता है, आप मुझे बताओ. मैं तो हमेशा कहता, लोग मुझे बताया प्रदीप तुम तो बहुत बड़ा काम करते हो, हम तो कुछ नहीं. नो 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 नो, ये गलत है. ये मेरे आनंद के लिए मैं करता हूं, ये पहली बात बता देता हूं. फॉर माय मेरा हैप्पीनेस, मेरा आनंद. मैं हमेशा सबको कहता हूं, देखो, इफ वन पर्सन, एक एल्डरली पर्सन from one side of a road to another side is also noble work, and we should start respecting that. बहुत बड़ा कुछ किया वही अच्छा आदमी है, बाकी कुछ नहीं है. नो नो नो, आप अपने मेड को जाके उनके स्कूल का अगर ध्यान देते हो तो आप बहुत बड़ा काम कर रहे हो. हाँ, बट वो कहेगी कि मुझे इंग्लिश मीडियम में ही जाना है. दैट इज अ प्रॉब्लम. तो आपको उसको कन्विंस करना पड़ेगा. यूज योर स्किल दैट देयर. बिकॉज होता क्या है, फिर वो 3 साल आपके साथ काम करे, शायद आप पे करोगे उसका पूरा, उसके बाद में आपको छोड़ के जाओगे, तो उसके बाद में तो आप नहीं करोगे. ये ठीक है, अंडरस्टैंडेबल है, बिकॉज प्रॉब्ली शी इज नॉट स्टेइंग देयर, शी हैज मूव्ड फ्रॉम वन प्लेस टू अनदर. लॉट ऑफ रीजंस, विल नॉट गो इनटू दैट. इसलिए उसको कन्विंस. और अगर आपको सचमुच लगता है कि हर डॉटर इज रियली ब्रिलियंट, कॉल इज यूर्स. तो ये छोटी छोटी चीजें हमें ये सब डॉट अभी कनेक्ट करने, और ये डॉट कनेक्ट हो रहे हैं. अब अभी देखते हैं ना, अब दिखाई दे रहा है ये बहुत बड़ी. हाँ, आप कंपेयर करोगे कि ओवरनाइट इट इज गोइंग टू चेंज. नो, वी आर जस्ट 27 year old. ग्लोबलाइजेशन हैज स्टार्टेड इन 1993. तो ये 27 years में काफी सारे चेंजेस हमारे देश में आ गए, और ऑल थैंक्स टू गवर्नमेंट. डेफिनेटली इट इज गोइंग टू बी. और मैं एक सेंटेंस मेरे हर भाषण में, भाषण कहता हूं उसको मैं, क्योंकि लोगों को भाषण लगता है. चलो ठीक है, अच्छी बात है. लोग मुझे कहते हैं आप पॉलिटिशियन भी हो सकते. नहीं, हमें लगता है कि मुझे एक चीज आती है अच्छी बात करने के लिए, दैट डजंट मीन कि मैं पॉलिटिशियन होता. नो, मैं एक सेंटेंस, मेरे एंड होता है ये मेरे सेंटेंस के साथ, कि बाय 2032 practically every Indian is going to say that I am staying in a great country. Thank you very much.
Sir, we listened to all your projects today, and all are very amazing, and people are very receptive to convince your talks, and definitely huge change will come in India, in rural India. And now, the last two questions for you. while working with rural relations and working for rural India. You have achieved more than 256 international, national, and state awards. So I think we will take another session to mention all that. But for now,
No
which
need.
award is very close to your heart? Mention
No,
anyone.
या नो नो लेट मी टेल यू एक्चुअली एवरी अवार्ड बिकॉज वी हैव टू रिस्पेक्ट दैट एक छोटे गांव में भी अगर मुझे कोई अवार्ड देता है तो उसका ही उतना इंपॉर्टेंस है जो कि मुझे अगर एक हार्वर्ड यूनिवर्सिटी में मिलता है इट इज लाइक फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल बट वेरी क्लोज टू माई हार्ट क्योंकि ना एज आई टोल्ड यू ना एजुकेशनल नहीं मिला फ्रॉम हम्बल बैकग्राउंड इंग्लिश नहीं आती थी इंग्लिश में एजुकेशन नहीं था एंड इंस्पाइट ऑफ दैट आई गो टू लॉट ऑफ बी स्कूल इन इंग्लिश मैं अच्छा अभी अभी ठीक आने लगा है थोड़ा बहुत ऐसा मुझे लगता है पता नहीं लोग क्या कहेंगे बट एक मुझे बहुत ही खुशी दी वो है क्योंकि एवरीबडी नोज दैट हु इज इन मार्केटिंग इज अ बुक कॉल्ड फिलिप कोटलर टू गो टू एनी बी स्कूल ऑफ द वर्ल्ड वो उसे मार्केटिंग पढ़ाते हैं इन दैट बुक there is a case study on Deep Lokhande, and it has been taught across the world. Look, there is one person with a postcard. He has created a database, and you can see that. मैं हमेशा कहता हूँ, you can come to my office by state, by district, by तालुका, by village, by subject, सब डेटा रखा हुआ है और ये उसमें से 2 लाख लेटर मैंने लैमिनेट करके भी रखे हैं क्योंकि 200 साल आ गए उसके ऊपर स्टडी होनी चाहिए so my big, I will not say favorite, but this is very important because this youth who are reading this will probably take something out of it. और जिसको ये पढ़ने के लिए नहीं मिलता है उनको मैं बताता हूं कि देखिएगा आपको एजुकेशन नहीं मिला है मुझे भी नहीं मिला था इंस्पाइट ऑफ आई एम देयर तो आप भी जा सकते हो और बदल ला सकते हो सो इट इज बेनिफिटिंग टू every youth of this country and I know a lot of people ask me and I ask a lot of people what is the long form of IT out of 100 says me that the long form of IT is information and technology but my long form of IT is Indian talent that is IT बहुत है हमारे देश में तो वो चिंता की कोई बात नहीं है स्टार्ट रिस्पेक्टिंग द पीपल हु आर डूइंग अ गुड वर्क एंड बिलीव मी बाय 2032 आप याद रखोगे ये मेरा छोटा सा सेंटेंस कि एवरीबॉडी इज गोइंग टू से दैट आई एम स्टेइंग इन अ ग्रेट
Sir, the not but least, एक last question आपसे. Sir, if anyone wants to connect with you, Mr. Pradeep Lokhande, and with the rural relations to create a work opportunity in his rural village, so how can he do?
Actually, you should flash my email ID. You should flash my mobile number also. Last 26 year, I have only one mobile number. So you can flash that number to everybody. अगर नहीं उठाऊंगा तो आई गिव यू कॉल बैक आई थिंक यू हैव एक्सपीरियंस दैट हीरोगिरी करने के लिए मैं अभी गया था वो गांव गांव में आपको पता है ना
If you receive the call, you can make and create more entrepreneurs in India.
yes yes so you can flash my site address you can flash my mobile number and you can share my email ID also and definitely we can you can connect us and we'll be privileged to connect you really we are privileged to connect you no doubt about that
It's been a wonderful conversation with you, sir. Thanks a lot for being with us here. And the last, any message for our youth?
यूथ के लिए मैंने कहा मैं एडवाइस नहीं देता हूँ तो भी मैं आई जस्ट टेल यू ओनली 4 वर्ड्स अगर आप ये 4 वर्ड्स अगर आप लाइफ में यहाँ रजिस्टर करोगे 100% तो कंपैरेटिवली सक्सेसफुल एंटरप्रेन्योर आप हो सकते हो फर्स्ट वर्ड इज आई बिलीव इन फीडबैक आई बिलीव इन फॉलो नेक्स्ट टू आर सो इंपॉर्टेंट आई एम आंसरेबल and I am accountable. So remember these 4 words and let me tell you that you will be a happy person. Happy person. It applies to personal life also. Answerable, accountable, feedback, and follow. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Pradeep Bhai. Thank you, Karma Foundation. Thank you, Prayas
थैंक यू कर्मा
Initiative.
फाउंडेशन, थैंक यू सो मच, थैंक यू सो मच। और जिन्होंने भी डायरेक्टली इनडायरेक्टली ये सब प्रोजेक्ट के लिए काम किए, उनके लिए मैं तालियां भी बजाता हूँ और उनको प्रणाम भी करता हूँ। विल
Thank
मेक
you,
इट बिग, विल
Urja.
मेक इट
Thank
बिग।
you,
थैंक यू
Rima
सो
Shah.
मच।
Everyone, thank you very much for being with us. And
हाँ,
it's
ऊर्जा
been
जी
a
को
wonderful
स्पेशल नमस्कार।
session. Thank you. Okay.
थैंक यू सो मच।